Hey guys, and welcome back to the Quality Shot tennis coverage of the Turin ATP Finals. Today we've got Daniil Medvedev taking on Sasha Zverev, and it is their sixth meeting on the year, which is quite ridiculous. This is their 18th meeting overall, which is a record. It's an all-time record, at least as long as they've been having ATP head-to-heads for most matches played outside of major tournaments. The most matches played outside of the slams. And guess what? Not only do they play a lot, they also play, some may say, very similar style games. And they also, all their matches are super tight. And some people don't like it. Some people don't like watching this matchup. Some people say it's a little bit more boring. I'm not going to say I fully disagree, but I will say that I'm very excited for this match specifically. And these are both players that have won this tournament before. Zverev's won this tournament twice. Medvedev's won this tournament once, one of the best rivalries in the game. Matt, yeah, some people love it. There was drama added on, some spice in Monte Carlo. It seems like they've made up a little bit since then, but yeah, there you go. Thanks, guys, for joining in. What's up? What's up? How's it going? I get the impression he's not going to get too crazy. Oh, Kyrgios. Yeah, Kyrgios just said he loves watching tennis for some reason. I do not believe that. I'm going back and forth between Anthony and Nick Kyrgios on Tennis Channel. I'll let you know how he does. Matt, I told you, I cannot compete with Nick Kyrgios. I can do some things. That is definitely one of the things I definitely cannot do. I'm sorry. I will not even attempt to, because that is that's a mistake. It's a mistake. I will not compete with Nick Kyrgios. But I'm glad it's definitely going to be some ridiculousness on Tennis Channel. I don't know. I can try to be like a Nick Kyrgios type, like here, and just act completely different than usual, which that would attract some viewers, I think. What's up? Good to have you in here. What's up? Good to have you in here, guys. Sorry if I don't speak all the languages, but appreciate everybody who's joining in. All right, first point. It is Zverev on the serve. Medvedev is standing where the line judges are. Things are as they should be. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. That goes out. Love 15 is love 15. He did really well in the pre-match. Back to Anthony. Okay, that's good to hear. Listen. He's a smart guy. In his own way, he's a bit of a smart guy. So, he sometimes says some pretty good analytical stuff. Not seeing scoreboard here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'll put up the scoreboard. Sometimes it shows up on my side where I'm streaming, but doesn't show up on the YouTube. So, here, I'll add that in. All right, cool. Hopefully that's showing up. No, still not showing up. I'll try to get the scoreboard working. It is love 15 here, though, second point. I think Medi won toss and chose to receive. Maybe he thinks he can get an early break. A lot of guys are doing that recently, choosing to do an early break because, the first service game's always the worst. You don't have the rhythm down yet. Maybe. And Medvedev is an elite returner. That's another error from Zverev goes long. It's love 30. Let me get the scoreboard working. I see it's not showing up on stream, which is annoying. Let me get that. Let me try to get that up. Serve here's Zverev. It's love 30. All right, cool. Scoreboard showed up. All right, there we go. Love 30. Serve Zverev to the backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand rally. Two of the best backhands on tour for the last 5 years. Forehand Medvedev. That goes long. First point for Zverev. 15-30. First point for Zverev. Yeah. I appreciate that sick one. There you go. Finally showed up. Yeah, it'll be interesting if Medvedev can do something here early game. You're grading your own way. Okay, I appreciate it. Listen, I feel like a lot of people, I don't know. Yeah, I try to do my own thing. I mean, I don't try to. I just, whatever. Some for better, some for worse. It's 15:30. Zverev at the line to serve. Serve Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. Forehand volley Zverev. The forehand Medvedev. What a pass already off the forehand side. Medvedev, one of the best passing shots as well in the game. It's 15:40. Already 2 break points. Matt, if you're right in the chat. If you're right, Matt, it could be. Maybe he chose to receive so he can break while Zverev's serve isn't there yet. Whatever it is, it's 2 break points for the Russian. Zverev would like a free first serve right now. That's a very high percentage first serve. Gets it in. Down the middle forehand from Zverev. Backhand Zverev. Again down the middle to the forehand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. Cross court. Cross court from Medvedev. Cross court from Zverev. Down the line. The backhand is Zverev. That's big. Cross court. Medvedev still gets it. Big cross court. Medvedev still defending. Getting it back. Forehand cross court backhand. I mean, that is outrageous. Forehand volley. Pass. I mean, that is elite level. And that's why this guy is world number 1. That was a world number 1 point. Outrageous backhand on the stretch to neutralize and get himself back to the point. He was out of it about 2 or 3 times. Already a fantastic point early from Medvedev. That is elite. Wow. Wow. By the way, guys, if you're joining in, don't forget to subscribe. Quality Shot Tennis. If you're new, we're here. I'll be here from first point to last. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. Zverev versus Medvedev. Zverev versus Medvedev. And the head-to-head, by the way, is 10-7 for favor of Medvedev. They haven't played on indoor hard courts since the ATP Finals final in 2021. They also played in the round robin of the ATP Finals that year. In the round robin stage, Medvedev won in a third set tiebreaker, 8-6. In the third set tiebreaker, it was 6-3, 6-7, 7-6. And then the finals, Zverev got him in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4. Very surprising. Zverev played a fantastic final. And Medvedev looked a little bit tired from the semi and the round robin wins. Zverev beat Djokovic as well in the semis, which is equally impressive. It's a let from Medvedev. Let from Medvedev. Corners. Yeah, the serves were not it for him. Which means that Medvedev's strategy worked. But the serves were not there. They were placed very central. Allowed Medvedev to get into the points quite easy. Backhand. Cross court to backhand is Zverev. Oh, what a shot down line. Wow. That's in, though, from Medvedev, but it's a smash put away from Zverev. 15-all. Wow, a couple of great backhands already. These are 2 of the best backhands on tour. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Until maybe, say, Jannik Sinner showed up, clearly the best 3 backhands in the world for me. Until, say, Alcaraz and Sinner showed up, clearly the best 3 backhands in the world for me. Because that's about post-2017. You would include Wawrinka in there, some other guys as well. But Novak, Zverev, and Medvedev, they've kind of held the backhand game down for the last 5 years or so. Zverev more so like 6 or 7 years. Dominic Thiem is a good shout out as well. But yeah, definitely 2 of the best backhands in the world, no doubt. 2 of the best 2-handers. Backhand, way up high. But smash. Ooh, great smart smash from Medi. He looks locked in, 40-15. Looking locked in. Hey, what's up, Mike? I'm in. Come in. Good to have you. Medi showing signs of his best form, 5 titles this year. Absolutely. I know it's a hot take. I almost want to call this Medvedev's best year. I know he didn't win a major. He didn't win the US Open. But, like, he has so much going for him this year. And outside the US Open, the rest of his major results weren't there, but he's had a hell of a year. Stellar. If only Alcaraz and Djokovic and Sinner weren't playing as well as they are also, it would be like, people would be like, wow, like they would be hyper focused on how good of a year Medvedev's had. Probably of the four guys, Medvedev's probably most in the shadows at the moment. Yeah, he's had a ridiculously good year. So, Meadows, yeah, Frank. What's up? What's up, Frank? Absolutely. Frank, it was one of my favorite streams I've done was Alcaraz Medvedev US Open. It was so fun. I remember you in the chat as well. We were going hype. Igor Medvedev. Okay, we'll see what Medvedev can do against Sasha. Sasha Zverev. Zverev's serve is not in it yet. If Zverev doesn't pick up on the serve and Medvedev stays at this level, this could be not anywhere near as tight as Indian Wells or Monte Carlo. We'll say that. Backhand. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. It's over into the backhand is Zverev. Down the middle. Backhand Medvedev. Backhand slices Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. That's in the ground. Love 15. Medvedev to a very quick start here. Medvedev's unassuming. Medvedev is unassuming, but the real ones know how good he is. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. One of my favorite streams I've done for sure. There are some personal fave streams I've done. I'm looking forward to doing more, hopefully. But yeah, there have been some fun ones. That one was one of them. My favorite one that I've done is Alcaraz Djokovic Cincinnati. I don't know who joined in for that one, but that's my top number one. That was crazy. I love the big matches, and that's as good as it gets. I know it wasn't a major, and I'm not one of these guys like best of three is you like it can like the best matches of the year are like best of three, or a lot of them are best of three. I do think a lot of the best matches of the year are probably best of five majors. I think best of five is superior in general. But Alcaraz Djokovic in Cincinnati was so fun to watch. That match is an all-timer. Backhand. The backhand is Zverev running back. That goes out 15-30. What a match that was. Zverev, get your act together. We won a match, Matt. Yeah. I feel like Zverev is scared. I think Zverev is scared of Medvedev on the other side. I don't blame him. Another serve coming. He's got to hit his spots on serve. Serve down the tee, forehand chip. The forehand is Zverev. It's not hitting central at all. Backhand volley does it. That's a winner from Zverev, 30-all. Backhand volley does it, but that was a terrible approach, to put it quite plainly. He got lucky there. I mean, I can't even tell you how bad of an approach that was. Medvedev had too much height on his passing shot. He really could have done just about anything there. But anyways, Zverev got out of it. 30-all. He's gotta hit closer to the lines on serve and on off the ground. 30-all. Serve out wide. The forehand of Medvedev. That goes out. 40-30. Okay, Zverev's got a game point. We had a very, very one-sided match earlier in Rublev Alcaraz. You kind of hope that it's not going to be the same thing here, not the same ordeal. Zverev bouncing. Ready to serve. Backhand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. Cross court. Backhand cross court. Backhand is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. That goes long. 2-1. Zverev's on the board. Okay. I don't want to see another blowout. I don't want to see a one-sided contest here. What's up, Ashley? Good to have you. Appreciate you checking out my video as well on my channel. Appreciate that. Why is Zverev come to net so much? Very risky. Yeah, against one of the best passing shots in the game. Listen, now that Rafa isn't playing, dare I say that Medvedev has the best passing shot at the moment? Alcaraz is certainly up there. Alcaraz consistently has the flashiest passing shots, but dare I say Medvedev has the best passing shot on tour now that Rafa is not there? Dare I say? Definitely up there. I would say the best. It is risky against Daniil. Good to have you in chat. What a crazy roller coaster game that was, all those match points. Yeah, Alcaraz Djokovic was crazy. Their Wimbledon match in its own right, amazing as well, but that match was just pure chaos, Cincinnati. It doesn't get any better. I'm waiting for the next one. Djokovic came with revenge in Cincinnati. I'm looking for Alcaraz to get revenge next year. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. Maybe it's going to happen at this tournament. Now that Alcaraz is looking much better in this match today, maybe he reaches the final and plays either Sinner or Djokovic. Alcaraz Djokovic final, Alcaraz Sinner final. Djokovic Ruud last year. I'm a big Casper fan. That didn't feel like a fitting way to end the year. I hope that I hope that we get a fitting final for the year because it's been a spectacular year. Sinner Djokovic would be a good end. Sinner Medvedev would be fine. They've played a lot of finals. They played an absolute epic in Vienna. Could be Sinner Medvedev. I don't think many would be surprised. All right, 2-1. Gonna get the lighting better in here. I'll be right back for this game. It's a backhand the net from Zverev. 2-1, 15 love. Serve Medvedev. That goes out. Forehand Zverev. Forehand to Medvedev. Cross court. Forehand Zverev again. Cross court. Forehand Medvedev. Zverev backhand. Zverev's not really attacking. He's just playing. Zverev is playing into Medvedev's game. How's this going to work on indoor fast hard courts? It's not going to work. Zverev is more aggressive than Medvedev. Zverev and Medvedev are like basically like the same. They're very similar at least. But Zverev is a little bit more aggressive. He's a little bit more of an aggressive baseliner. Medvedev defends way behind the court. You're not going to win playing into Medvedev's game on these courts. Another forehand the net, 40 love. It has all the signs of a straight sets win for Medvedev. We'll see if Zverev changes that. We will see if Zverev changes that. Serve cross court, backhand cross court. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand again Medvedev. Cross court. Forehand is Zverev. That's in the net. 3-1. 3-1 for Medi. Medi gets it done. Sorry about the last post. I'm having issues typing long sentences. Oh, no, you're good. I kind of missed it a bit. I remember by hearing that Zverev's ex-girlfriend Medvedev's wife, and Zverev would mention that, and Medvedev basically said he was not his friend. There's bad blood here. I think Medvedev was like confused because he was like, I was never really friends with this dude. I guess my point is the mid-20s guys seem to really hate each other. They also can't beat Djokovic. That's true. Tsitsipas beat Djokovic the very first time he played him in Canada 5 years ago, and then he basically hasn't beat him since that. RG final, a lot of mental baggage there for Tsitsi. Yeah, Tsitsipas, Medvedev, Zverev. They've had some issues already after another lost generation of Nishikori, Dimitrov, and Raonic. Forehand put away from Medvedev, by the way. Love 15. And now Novak has won 3 of the 4 majors against Sinner, Rune, and Alcaraz. We'll see if they change that next year. But we talk about all of this as if it's not still happening. And it is still happening. Alcaraz did kind of turn the tables a little bit by winning Wimbledon in a tight 5-setter against Novak. It feels like the wheels are turning a little bit. Also, Novak, I've said it before, Novak next year, if he wins a major at the U.S. Open, he'll already be the oldest player in history to win a major on the men's side. So wheels are turning. It feels like things are changing, but still, Novak got the year-end number 1 for the 8th time. So things are also kind of the same. Kick serve, the back into Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The back into Medvedev. Backhand Zverev down the line. Forehand Medvedev. The backhand volley is Zverev. That's too good. 15-all. Good shot from Zverev. Backhand volley. Hey, what's up, Lexi? Good to have you. Good to have you. Medi seems to be fully in control. He is fully in control. Absolutely. Not one aspect of Zverev's game that looks superior to Medi. Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of times people say the serve. I've heard a lot of people say Zverev's serve is slightly better than Medvedev's. Also, Zverev's backhand at his best is quite incredible to watch, to be honest, from almost any position, the way he controls the court with that shot. And as good as Medvedev's backhand is, I would probably, at their best, take Zverev's backhand over Medvedev's backhand personally. But that said, there's very little to choose between because they have 2 of the best backhands in recent memory on the tour. So not much to choose from. They play a very similar game, but it's Medvedev who, yeah, you're right, is pretty much stronger in nearly every category, I think. Back and cross court, back into Medvedev. That goes long. 40-15. Blood Many speed running. Yeah, Medvedev has speed run the game so far. Lexi in the house. That's it. What's up, Lexi? What's up, Lexi? 40-15. Zverev here to serve. Serve the backhand of Daniil. Backhand Zverev. Backhand to the forehand of Daniil. Cross court. It's a good angle. But backhand passing shot too good. That backhand is killing it from Medvedev so far. 40-30. 40-30. I don't think the kids are scared of him, unlike the Raonic and Nishikori age group and the mid-20 is age group. Fully agree. I think they're mentally a little bit stronger, to be completely honest. It appears to me like Sinner, Rune, and Alcaraz are a little bit stronger. I think even if Alcaraz and Sinner came along in 2015, 2016, or 2018, 2019, I think they would have had a little bit more success than, say, Tsitsipas, for example. To be honest. First serve into the net. Second serve. Serve here from Zverev. Kick serve. The forehand, a Medvedev. Forehand, Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. Good rallies now happening from both sides. Forehand Zverev. And closer to the lines, but Medvedev still defending. It's a drop shot. Medvedev runs. He gets under it, but it gets into the net. 3-2. 3-2, 3-2. The last time that these two played, by the way, was in Beijing. Medvedev played an absolutely stellar match. Won 6-4, 6-3. Medvedev would, of course, lose to Sinner in the final, but that semifinal was an amazing level. So Medvedev has confidence off that. So that's the thing that's going on. That's the thing that's going on. Let me know in the chat. At this point, now that Sinner would beat Djokovic, what do you think the final of the tournament is going to be? I don't even care about the winner. Just let me know. What do you think is the final? What is going to be the final ATP match of the year? There's been a lot of amazing matches this year. What's going to be the last one? What's going to be the final of the finals? Because I don't know. I'm curious. And I want it to be a fitting one. I want it to be one of the top four guys. I want it to be one of the top four guys. Much smaller point, that last one from Zverev. Previously, not come to net. Not got gas. Yeah, he also had a good chance to come to net because he was sitting closer to the lines. What's up, Andre? Good to have you in the chat. It's not Rublev, but good to have you in the chat. Ruin on your boy Daniil. Привет, Katsula. 3-2. Sinner versus Medvedev. I'm leaning towards it as well. Sinner versus Djokovic. Yeah, Matt, I got the same guess as Matthew. Yeah, I got Sinner Medvedev. That's my prediction as well. And they would have played, I think, their fifth final of the year, or is it the fourth? I could probably count it. Vienna and Beijing, and then also Rotterdam. Did they play another one? And Miami. So it would be their fifth at least. Their fifth final of the year. That would tie up the number of finals Murray and Djokovic played in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. It's 3-2 here. Medi, 15-15. 15-15. Or sorry, 40-30 here for Zverev. Trying to catch up on score. What language are you speaking there, Anthony? Russian. Russian. Yeah, my family's from Russia, so I know a little bit of Russia. Yeah, sorry, Frank. My stream on my side has kind of stopped working a bit, so I'm trying to get it back. Should be working with. here. Trying to get the stream up. All right, 30-15. Cool. 3-2, 30-15, or 15-30 here for Zverev on Medvedev's serve. For Medvedev to give Zverev 15-40. Medvedev, it was initially Zverev who's kind of started off a little bit lackluster on serve. Now it's a little bit Daniil. 40. 15-40. 2 break points for Zverev. That goes out from Zverev. 30-40. 30-40 here for Daniil. One more break point. Zverev on a cook? I think so. Zverev cooking a bit. 30-40. Let's see. The challenge here from Zverev on Medvedev's serve. And it's deuce. Too good. Too good from Medvedev. Medvedev's forehand speed is 5 miles per hour faster than season average this week. That's good signs for Medvedev on the faster courts. That he would improve that much off the forehand side. Listen, at his best this year, that's how the forehand has been looking. Indian Wells semifinal versus Tiafoe. He had like a million amazing passing shots throughout that match. And then some of the most amazing matches he played against Alcaraz at the U.S. Open as well. Against Zverev in Beijing. Those are a few of his best ones. The forehand's been working, and he's been hitting winners from all over the court, playing aggressive off it. And Zverev gets the break. Medvedev with a much more subpar game here at 3-3. Much more subpar game on serve there. Anthony, have you had time to watch Rublev post-game press conference? A painful affair, hard to watch. I haven't watched his press. No, I didn't get a chance to watch the press conference. But I know that match was tough to watch because it looked like Rublev was just so mentally out of it, just so frustrated at himself. So that made that a tough watch. I mean, hitting his knee over and over, very hard to watch. Smash put away from Zverev. Listen, this looked like it might be. This looked like it was going to be one-sided. Doesn't look like that anymore. Not so much. 15 left here for Sasha. Oh no, my cringe muscle already overloaded from Rublev. Blood ain't letting me rest that. His first 2 matches, he's already out of Turin, right? So his first 2 matches were very, very poor. He's got one more match left against Zverev. I hope he doesn't end his season with a dud. That's not something he deserves. You have to think about that with this ATP Finals. How are all of these guys ending off their seasons? By the way, Zverev's serving much better at this point, which is a good sign. Much, much better. Forehand Medvedev to forehand is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev defending. The backhand swing volley is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev lob. The smash is Zverev. Smash. Medvedev couldn't get into the position for that shot to defend. Awkward shot there. Awkward position. 40 love. Awkward position there. 40 love. Let's see how Medvedev responds because Zverev stormed back. Listen, this is how all of their matches have been, though. They've been super tight, like almost like worryingly tight. In Monte Carlo, all of their stats pretty much looked exactly the same. It was scary. And Zverev had 3 match points. Zverev now has won 9 of the last 12 points. I believe they won the exact same number of points in Monte Carlo. Every shot was so close there. It was a bit wild. $40 love here. Zverev serve. Backhand Zverev. It looks like he's going to hold to love, though. There's a bit of a rally going on. Forehand Medvedev. It's 40-15. Zverev in the net. 40-15. So there's Zverev. Almost an ace down the line, but goes wide. Almost an ace down the tee. Goes just wide. Second serve. Serve from Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. Backhand of Medvedev. Backhand slices Zverev. Zverev slicing and mixing it up a little bit. Forehand of Medvedev. Another slice from Zverev. Backhand Zverev. Big into the ad side. Medvedev scrambling. Backhand. Back to the backhand is Zverev. Into the deuce side. Forehand Medvedev. That goes out. Zverev on the board and he goes up 4-3. Zverev up 4-3. All right, guys. I'm going to take a break during for this changeover. I'll be back for the next game, though. 4-3. All right, back for the call of this one. Hey, what's up, Max? Sorry, totally forgot about tennis today. LOL. No, you're good, MJ. No worries, no worries. Medi and Sasha rivalry is definitely interesting. Well, like I said, in Monte Carlo, they won the exact same number of points. Their stats are always so tight. And this is the 6th match that both guys have played this year, which is so crazy. And it's 30-15 here for Medvedev. 30-15, but Zverev's made a match of this. He's playing much better. He started off very defensive, passive, hit very central as well. And coming to net off of not great approaches, letting Medvedev dictate a little bit and hit some, or not dictate, I mean, hit some winners, some passing shots. Forehand Zverev to the forehand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. Backhand now Zverev to the backhand of Medvedev, way in the corner, cross court. The backhand Zverev, back cross court from Medvedev, slice now, defensive from Zverev. Backhand cross court, backhand. The defense, the forehand is Zverev. Back cross court, what a rally here. Forehand cross court. The forehand of Medvedev. Cross court now from the forehand is Zverev. That goes out. What a lung buster of a rally. That's what you get from Medvedev Zverev matches. Listen, you just saw where you're going to get. You saw where you're going to get. So if you're into that, then you're into that. That was kind of Zverev Medvedev in a nutshell. That was Zverev Medvedev in the nutshell. But Medi will surely adapt, improvise, and overcome. Yeah, for sure. He dropped the game, but I think so as well. Andre clearly was not well. He has a cold or something here in the presser. That sucks. Zerafine, I remember you mentioning that you thought he had a cough in the match. How tall are these guys? Medvedev is 6'6". I believe Zverev is 6'5", 6'4". Let me look about Zverev. I know Medvedev is 6'6". Medvedev became the tallest player to win a major ever when he won the U.S. Open. Or at least tied it with a guy like Cilic. I don't remember, but definitely became at least tied for the tallest. Zverev, let me see. On the ATP, it always says the height. Zverev ATP. So Zverev is also 6'6". Both guys are 6'6". So if Zverev could just win a major, he would also be tied for the tallest player to win a major. But he just needs to he needs to do that. It's 4-4 here. Medvedev with a solid hole. Wow, point the match to clinch the game for Zverev. Nice. Anytime Zverev is involved in forehand cross-court rally, I know an error is coming after 3-4 shots. That's fair. Zverev likes the down-the-line shots. Hey, what's up, Gene Stewart? Want to hear an interesting stat? Yeah, hit me with it. What's up, Gene? Clash of the Titans. Yeah. Zverev Medvedev. 4-4. Clash of the, I don't know. Is it the Lost Gen or is Nishikori Raonic Lost Gen? Whatever it is, this generation's playing, and that's a good forehand volley put away cross court. Zverev is happy about it because that's what Zverev needs to do. He needs to move forward, be more aggressive. Zverev forehand really is average. Times in that last rally, he could do very little with the short ball when he should be hurting Medi a lot more. That's true. He sometimes just hits over it a lot, or I don't know, just kind of spins it. He just kind of uses it a little bit to set up for a winner, when really a lot of other players would be able to hit a winner a lot faster than Zverev. So that's true. Forehand Medvedev to the forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev, cross court. The forehand is Zverev, cross court. Forehand of Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev, inside out. That's a big shot. Medvedev tries to get it back, but it's back on his side. It's 30 love. 30 love for Zverev. Zverev getting it done. "12 of their 17 meetings, the first set has either ended 6-3 or 6-4, which is weird, Anthony." Is that right? 12 of 17? That is pretty odd. That does tell you kind of about their matchup, though. That's wild. I'm seeing that now, yeah. That's so crazy. That's weird. That's a cool stat. Very weird. Gets him to 30-15. And just able to set up the point. Backhand from Zverev down line, and forehand just whip past Zverev for a passing shot. Wow, I just had a tweet on our Twitter site, like my tennis show. Hey, what's up, Matt? There you go. Matt getting it done. Was it about curious commentating? That's so fun. Quality Shot Tennis. We out here. Yeah, shout out Tennis Channel. Shout out Tennis Channel. Shout out Tennis Channel shouting out Quality Shot. $40-30 here for Zverev. Serve Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. That's too good down the tee from Zverev. And it is 5-4. It is 5-4. Zverev wins the set. Good to see. So 3 sets. I think we have 3 sets either way. This is a 3-set match. Listen, okay. So here I'm going to figure out a stat right here in real time. So how many of their matches have gone 3 sets? I'm going to figure out the percentage of matches that they've played that have gone 3 sets. So it's actually not a whole lot at the start because Zverev won 5 of their first 6 matches before Medvedev really became the player he became in 2019. Let's say starting from 2019, how many of their matches have gone 3 sets? Starting from 2019. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually not quite as many as I would have thought. So they've played 17 minus 3, 4. So 6 out of 13. That's actually not as many as I thought. So they've played a few 3-setters. They've also played some straight sets in either direction. But the 3-setters that they have played have been very, very tight, very close. Like I mentioned earlier, they played a 3rd set tiebreaker at ATP Finals 2 years ago, which Medvedev won 8-6. And then also Indian Wells and Monte Carlo this year. The scores were 6-7, 7-6, 7-5 for Medvedev, then 3-6, 7-5, 7-6 for Medvedev, 9-7 the tiebreaker. The 3-setters they played have been very, very close. So that's kind of what it is. This is like the Rublev-Alki match earlier, Lexi. Yeah, it kind of is. I see that. Come on, Medi, you can do this. Go away, Z. Let's see what Medi's got. It's 5-4. Let's see what Medi's got. What does Daniil have for him? Anthony, what's your YouTube channel? Hey, Marco, so it's the tennis commentary booth. That's my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. I just posted a video about the Sinner-Djokovic match, the tennis commentary booth. If you want to check it out. 15 love here for Medvedev. I had a couple like Prakash Armitage, the GOAT, and Steve Weissman, also the GOAT. Steve also works for the NFL Network. Cool guy. Yeah, Steve seems cool. But Prakash Armitage, he's one of my favorites. I love what he does. He's one of the best interviewers around as well. Really gets the sport and the players. Back in Medvedev, the forehand is Zverev, defending right behind the baseline. Forehand Medvedev, the back in is Zverev, forehand Medvedev. That goes long, 15 all. 15-15. Medi starting to deal with the wide serve that opponents have been throwing at him. Yes, that's true. Which is good. Serve out wide. Forehand in the net from Zverev, 30-15. Zverev getting it done in his own service game right now. Yeah. Prakash, a.k.a. Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo, I haven't heard that one. Hey, Max, who are you rooting for? Actually, that's a good question, Mike. Who are you rooting for? I don't want to know who you think is going to win. Who are you rooting for to win this match? Let me know in the chat. Who are you rooting for in this match? I want to get a sense of the chat. Let me know. Forehand. That goes long. It's 5-5. 5-5. 5-5. Anthony, I just want to acknowledge you again. You're a top shelf commentator. No doubt. I'll try to visit often moving forward. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I appreciate you a lot, Gary. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah. I hope to keep doing this. So thank you. I appreciate it a lot. We got 5-5. Five to five. Hey, Mike, good question. I'm rooting for Medi, okay? I'm rooting for Medi. We got 2 Medis. S1, I'm rooting for Medi, but I kind of hate to do it because I want to see Zverev to succeed. Okay. I'm rooting for a 3-setter. Me and you both won. That's my answer. I'm rooting for 3 sets. If you ever ask me who am I rooting for, I'm rooting for an epic, okay? I'm rooting for an epic match, all right? Can we get one thing straight? I'm rooting for an epic match. I'm rooting for somebody at a tweener. That's who I'm rooting for. Backhand cross court, backhand half volley. That's way close to net. Forehand. Ooh, Medvedev. The right shot for Medvedev was to go right at Zverev, and that's not a thing of that's not a thing of bad sportsmanship. It was right there for the taking. Medvedev decided to go the other way, and he hit it. He'd hit a really difficult shot inside out. It was pretty much his only option. He went another way. Sometimes that's the only place he can hit it. And he missed that into the net. I think most of us are, yeah. Yeah, I'm rooting for a 3-setter as well. There you go. It's got another Sinner-Novak match type. Hell yeah. I don't know if we could have as big of an upset, but we could have an epic. Forehand Zverev into the net, 30-15. 30-15 here. 30-15. Medvedev trying to climb his way back into the game. 45 minutes played so far. Serves Zverev. Out wide. Forehand Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. Cross court to the forehand of Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Attacking more into the backhand. Backhand into the backhand is Zverev. Forehand now Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. That goes out from Zverev. Listen, Medvedev's coming, and he can come back. It's 30-all in this game. And listen, Zverev's serve can fade a bit once Daniil tests him on the serve and applies a bit of pressure. That's what the top guys do. They apply the pressure. Daniil, yeah. Lexi, sorry, that Novak loss. Yeah, that's a tough one. Going to be a tiebreaker in the first set. I think it's going to be Medvedev 7-5. I think what Medvedev is cooking up here, I think he's going to make a meal out of it. It's 30-all at 5-5. Let's see what happens. Zverev serve. Down the tee, back in return, way behind the baseline, back in cross court, back in Medvedev. Cross court to the volley. That's going to be too good. Medvedev goes all out, but it's too good. Is Rublev out after today, or does he still have one more match? Rublev is out. He is out of the event, unfortunately. I feel bad for Rublev. I hope he has a good closer against Zverev, though. Hopefully I'm matching up a little bit to Kyrgios on the tennis channel. Hopefully. I guess that's the goal of the stream, that I do at least 100th as good as Nick Kyrgios on tennis channel. That's my goal. That's my goal. 6-5 for Zverev. Or I think there's a challenge coming here. I believe there's a challenge. As they change ends. We definitely need a 3-setter. Yeah. If he plays one more match, Ashley. I would love to see a 3-setter, but my family eats dinner at 5, so it causes a problem. We'll have the same issue with the Maui Invitational next week. Oh, got you. No, that's fair. Family over anything. Noise. Yeah, Zverev at 6-5. It's looking like it could be a tiebreaker. I was wrong. Zverev did better than I expected. At 30-all initially, it was a very, very good backhand cross court, which Medvedev couldn't do anything about. That's the thing about both these guys is like they both have crazy backhands that that are just so that they don't care whether they're hitting a forehand or a backhand. They can hit winners off of either side. More so Zverev. But Zverev has a backhand which is pretty much like any other player's forehand. Like, that's how good his backhand is. It's almost remarkable the way he controls the court with his backhand. Hope the residents in Maui are doing okay. Maui has rebuilt all the buildings, all of that. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Matty goes to the net, attacking. That's it. He's being aggressive. That's what he needs to do. A little bit on the faster court. Anthony, you should know one of my favorite expressions for epic matches. I pick Andy in 6. Okay. Medvedev in 6 it is. It's a good serve out wide. Zverev looks upset. I think that he just can't read the serve. Zverev looks upset that he just can't read the serve. It's 15 love. Serve out wide. That's in the net. Second serve. Kick serve. The forehand is Zverev. That's in the net. 30 love. It's looking like an easy service game here. It's looking like an easy service game. Let's see. It's only right that they play a tiebreaker. I'm going to look up just this one stat one more time. How many times have these two guys played a first set tiebreaker in their head-to-head? Once. Only once have these guys played a first set tiebreaker. That's almost amazing. In 18 meetings. This would only be the second time. Forehand, that goes wide, 30-15. With two servers as good as this, that's a bit surprising, to say the least. Only twice have they played a first set tiebreaker. Or only once, up to now, in 17 meetings. Serve down the tee, forehand Zverev, the forehand of Medvedev. That goes wide again, 30-all. Zverev is 2 points away from stealing this set. And it would be a steal. Mario Bacardi, 3 million was the viewership in Italy for the Sinner versus Novak match. Good stuff. Yeah, let's go. Get it global. That's what's so good about having players from different countries like that. And especially Italian fans who are big tennis fans. It's great. Forehand, cross court with forehand. Zverev, backhand, Medvedev. The forehand, Zverev, forehand, Medvedev. The backhand, Zverev, backhand, Medvedev. The backhand, Zverev, that's right on the baseline. Forehand, inside into the forehand. Zverev, forehand, Medvedev. Get into the forehand is Zverev. Long rallies. Forehand down the line. That just goes in. That's a good shot. Zverev can't quite kneel down to the backhand. The athleticism not quite there. Slices it into the net. 40-30. 40-30. It's also his height. He's a tall guy. Tennis is basically on a paywall in the United States, so not sure the numbers are as good here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would be so good if we could get more matches on ESPN and other sites that are accessible to everyone. Forehand to the backhand of Medvedev. Cross court. Drop volley. Backhand passing shot. That's too good for Medvedev. All right, guys, let me know in the chat who's win this tiebreaker. What's going to be the score in the tiebreaker? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to say a crazy one. Like, I'm going to say nuts. I'm going to go nuts on this one. I say Medvedev 12-10. I'm going to go 12-10 Medvedev. Let me know what you think in the chat. Listen, these guys have been serving like crazy on the quick courts. I'm going to say 12-10 Medvedev. Is that when you tune in here? I'm only on this tennis channel for YouTube. Nice. Other channels are kind of mean people in the chat. I have a sensitive psyche. That's fair. Yeah, we have a very, very good community in chat here, which is awesome. People watch the channel. Forehand. Inside into the forehand of Medvedev for a pass. That goes wide, though. It's 1-0 for Medi. Wow, David. David, did you get the guess before? David's stealing off me. 12-10 Medvedev. 9-7. We're going crazy. 8-6 Zverev. All of these are extended tie breaks. That tells you something about the set. 8-6 Zverev. 8-6 Zverev. 7-4 Medi. 12-10 Medvedev. 9-7 Medvedev. I'd agree with 12-10. 7-3 Zverev. I almost said 13-11. I kept it 12-10. Well, Faison, we agree. Okay. Everyone's got, no matter what, though, everyone is saying this is going to be crazy. So let's see if it is. Like somebody said 7-4, I think. I think Sake won in the chat, but back in cross court. Or no, Sake went with 12-10. Sean in the chat said 7-3. We'll see. It's 2-0 for Zverev. Medvedev serving. Whoever gets it right, I will shout out your name in the chat. Whoever gets the closest. Medvedev serving at 0-2. Medvedev serving at 0-2. Serve out wide. Forehand of Zverev into the top of the net, 2-1. If you're going to lose a mini break, you want to do it at the start of a tiebreaker. Medvedev still has 5 service points where he potentially could get the mini break back. Double mini break is when things get tight, especially in a 7-pointer. But once you're down just 1 mini break early, not that big of a deal, usually. But against Zverev, the way he's serving, never know. Zverev 10-8, okay. The thing I like, though, is we're seeing a lot of different answers of who's winning the tiebreak. A lot of people going Zverev, a lot of people going Medvedev. No matter what, though, everybody's saying it's going to go crazy long. Backhand Medvedev, the backhand is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev. Backhand is Zverev. To the forehand of Medvedev. Medvedev's got a chance in the rally. Forehand, the backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. Forehand of Medvedev on the stretch. That goes out. It just feels like Medvedev has to do a little bit too much to end these rallies. He's going for winners that are pretty low percentage, especially off the forehand. 3-1. 3-1. Medi is the better returner and defender with Zverev. Oh, I would agree. Some would say, though, that Zverev is the better server and has the better backhand just ever so slightly. But both guys are very even across the board. And they have the same weapons. Like, both of them have elite backhands and are huge servers. Both 6'6" from the same generation. Pretty similar. Both baseline guys. Second serve here from Sasha. Serve. The backhand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. Cross court. The forehand of Zverev. Forehand Medvedev again. Cross court. Forehand Zverev. Medvedev just playing passive behind the baseline. Not getting a lot of depth on it either. Zverev with the winner. The depth isn't really there off the forehand wing right now from Medvedev. It's 4-1. It is 4-1. Medi 8-6. Okay. Medi with a bit of a comeback then. Zverev 10-8 a bit late. Now you're good. Imagine the viewership if Jannik and Novak have a rematch on Sunday. Yeah, in Italy and everywhere. Every tennis fan is going to come in for another Novak Sinner match. That'd be crazy. And if Sinner beats him twice in 1 week, has anybody ever beaten Novak twice in 1 week? This is the only place you can, right? Back and volley, that's in the net. 2-4. That was a chance for Zverev to go up a double mini break. And to go up 5-1, even more importantly. But it is 4-2. Remember that moment. Remember that moment. It is 4-2. Zverev leads. The last time that they played, Medvedev won in easy straight sets. Not looking like the same thing. What is happening? Yeah, we got a tight tiebreaker here. We got a tight tiebreak. Serve coming here from the Russian. Daniil, serve into the backhand. That's too good off the serve. 4-3. Let's see what happens next. This is fun. If they did, it was this tournament. Yeah. I don't think they did, though. I don't think it's ever happened. Federer had the chance in 2015, but he didn't take it. Sasha has been super aggressive in that tiebreaker. So aggressive in getting his reward by that backhand volley was huge miss. Huge. Huge. Andy Roddick knows about it. 2009 Wimbledon. Can't miss an easy volley like that. Might come back to haunt you. 4-3. Serve out wide, backhand. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev, cross court. The forehand is Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. Sliced. The forehand of Medvedev. Inside in, that's a good shot. And guess what? It's too good. And guess what? It's 4-4. 4-4. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe to QualityShot Tennis. We'll have more streams for the rest of the week. And then also, we'll have more stuff coming up soon. And then we'll be here for the 2024 season as well. We do matches all year, streams all year. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. Zverev at 4 points apiece in this breaker. What happens next? What happens next? Serve down the tee, backhand. The backhand swing volley. Zverev, that might not be good enough. Medvedev nearly gets it. It goes wide, though. Weird attempt from Medvedev, but it was a very tough shot anyway. Very tough shot anyway. Wow, Zverev has been super aggressive in this tiebreaker. Yeah. This turning out to be a great event. 6 different players right now who could win the title. Right now, I have no clue except to defer to the obvious. Jannik versus Novak. Yeah. Listen, I was telling everybody. Some people in the chat also might know. I think Lexi, I told in the chat as well. I think this event is going to go crazy. I told some people I think this is going to be the best event of the year. I think it's going to end up with a bang. I hits the net. Medvedev gets it anyway. Lob over Medvedev. That goes out. Goes long. Just long. 5-5. People predicted a close tiebreaker. I said 12-10. It's 5-5. It is 5-5 in the tiebreaker. Yeah, this event is really good so far. I want one of the old guys to win this week. Sasha, Daniil, or Novak. I feel the exact opposite way. I want to see one of the new blood get it. I want to see Alcaraz or Sinner figure something out. That would be my hope from a tennis point of view. Forehand. The forehand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. Lob. Medvedev smash. Oh no, he missed it. He missed the smash. Talking about a miss, though, I'll come back to haunt you. It's 6-5 for Zverev. That was a bad smash from Medi. So glad that lob was long. Yeah, gosh, Daniil. Yeah. Bad smash there. Bad miss. Bad miss. Let's see if it comes back to haunt Daniil. Zverev 1 serve away from taking the first set in a revenge win from China, potentially, from Beijing. 6-5. Let's see what Zverev does with the first serve. He should go for it, in my opinion. Kind of does, but it's a forehand return. No, very weak miss off the forehand side from Zverev. Zverev fans, head in shambles. We are getting an extended tiebreaker. We are getting an extended tiebreak. That's what most people in the chat said. Mike said 8-6. Max said 10-8. Sake1 said 12-10. Zerafine. David went 12-10. I also went 12-10. Faison said 8-6. Who's going to be right? MJ 8-6. We'll see who gets it. It is 6-6. And we played hour played so far. Hour played so far. Zverev at the line to serve. Serve from Zverev. Down the tee. That's too good. It's going to be a challenge from Medvedev, but it's called good. And it looked good. Challenge. Splat on the line. As much on the line as a serve could possibly be. Right on the line. It's another second set point for Zverev. Medvedev now would like a free point on serve as well. Medvedev wants that free point on serve. 6-7. This is what you got with the Zverev-Medvedev match. As tight gets this year. That goes out. It's 7-7. Guess what? We were right. It's going to be extended. It had that feeling all the way. I don't usually say 12-10 as a tiebreak prediction, but it just felt like this one was going to go that way. Serve from Medvedev out wide to the forehand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Cross court to the forehand of Medvedev. Forehand rally. Oh, Zverev tries for too much of an angle. 2 set points for Zverev gone. Now, Medvedev takes a set point. He's got a set point at 8-7. Tiebreaks are kind of fun. You gotta love a tiebreak. You called it, Anthony Matt. Yeah. Why was Gary hidden, Ashley? LOL. No, don't hide Gary. We need Gary in here. Don't hide Gary. Love having Gary in the chat. It's 8-7 for Medvedev. Zverev serving, though. Forehand return way behind the baseline. He hits it back to the forehand of Medvedev for a pass. Medvedev gets it 9-7 in the breaker. And who called it? I'll see in the chat who called it. Wow, Zverev had 2 set points. He had a bad forehand to the bottom of the net, as nervy gets. Medvedev takes the set. And how many sets in a row has Medvedev won? Medvedev's now won 3 sets in a row. Zverev won in Cincinnati. Medvedev straight sets in Beijing. 3 sets in a row for Medvedev over Zverev. All right, stick around for this second set. That's fun. That's fun. Who said 9-7? Zerafin, you said 9-7. I knew somebody said it. Anybody else say 9-7? I got to check. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe Quality Shot Tennis if you're joining in. If you're new, this is not the only live streams. We do live streams like this all the time. We've literally streamed every single match of Turin so far. We're hoping to stream all the matches coming up, and we're here all year long for different live streams like this. So don't forget to sub if you're new. Who said 9-7? Zerafin 9-7. I said 12-10. David also said 12-10, but Zerafin got it. There you go. There you go. Ashley OMG, I dropped my phone. That's why I was your friend. I hope the phone's okay, though. Damn, come on, Zverev, take to at least a 3 at least. We need 3 sets after the match that Rublev and Carlos played, I think. We need 3 sets. Like and subscribe, peeps. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. The likes really do help. And, yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it, though. Let's go. Yeah, Medi got it, 9-7. Medi saves 2 set points. Great set. I'll look over some of the stats. Terrible shot selection from Zverev. Just need to rip the backhand cross score. Yeah, he went right back to the forehand. That's Medi's sweet spot. Forehand pass. I want another couple years at least of Joker, Medi, Sasha hanging in with the young guys. It will make for a lot more drama if they can. Next year should be awesome. Yeah, I mean, they will. They will. We'll see to what extent, particularly with Novak, who's about going to turn 37 next year, but phone is good, thankfully. That's good. But Novak still, like I said earlier, we keep talking about it as if the big 3 dominance isn't still going on and taking over the majors. Novak won 3 out of the 4 majors this year. Like, it is absolutely still on. The big 3 dominance. We need that big kind of change of pace hasn't happened yet. Even last year when Novak didn't play the U.S. Open or Australia, Rafa won the Australian Open when very few people expected it. He also won the French when very few people expected it. And, yeah, it keeps going. Set 1 stats. Or I can just look at match stats, the same thing. 73% first serves in from Medvedev. Fantastic. Wow. First serve percentage from both guys, as good as you'll see. That's why everybody was feeling a really long tiebreaker, by the way. This exact stat. How many first serves they're getting in the court. Both guys exceptionally good. Particularly Zverev. You hit 79% of first serves in with a serve like Sasha's, and you still lose the set. That's impressive from Daniil. 80% first serve points won. Second serve points won. 5 for 11, but he's making most first serves in anyway. And, yeah, both guys pretty similar on winners to errors. But Zverev better in general, pretty much. Maybe outside of first serve points won. But very close set. It's very tight, like usual. Both guys making a lot of first serves. A lot of big first serves. How many aces so far? Does it say aces? Do these stats have aces? I want the ace count. Yeah, it does. Only 5 aces so far, so not a whole lot of aces, though. So they've kind of sacrificed first serve percentage to lack of aces. So we'll see if that changes in the next set. But yeah. 9-7, 9-7. So sorry, Gary. My sincere apologies. I dropped my phone. So sorry. No need to apologize. You're good. No idea what you meant. No worries. Wouldn't be there the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Nice. Good to have you in here, Gary. We don't want you to disappear from the stream. Kyrgios does not have a huge Aussie accent. MJ. Yeah. Well, I don't remember. I haven't listened to him speak in a while because he's been out for the season. But yeah. He does like going on some podcasts though. So he's used to talking. He likes speaking. Kyrgios and McEnroe. I don't know if McEnroe's currently commentating. I think he just does the ESPN games. But that would be insane. I'm not sure we need it, but if it happens, it would be entertaining. All right, second set underway. Zverev forehand. to the backhand of Medvedev. Rally to start us off here. Back and cross court to the backhand Medvedev. Zverev needs some quick momentum here. Forehand to the backhand of Zverev. Backhand Medvedev to the forehand of Zverev. Needs to go at it. Kind of a late decision to go down the line. Zverev needs the confidence to really step in. Not feeling it at the moment. 15 love. 15 love. We need a cook. We need a cook. Okay. We'll see what Zverev can do. We'll see what Sasha can do. He's won this title before. 2018 beat Novak in the final. And 2021 beat Djokovic in the semis and then beat Medvedev in the final. So Zverev in Turin, or at the ATP finals, has been impressive to say the least. 30 love. 30 love. We'll see if both guys keep serving as well as they have. Might get another tiebreak. Backhand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. That's in the net. 40 love. 40 love for Medvedev. Stopping by to say hi. Matt Trambinis today. Shout out Trambini. See y'all soon. All right, no problem. Join in for streams coming the next few days. Joe as well. Always love having you in here. And yeah, I think we should be covering both matches tomorrow. Or at least the night match, I believe. I won't be able to commentate tomorrow, but we will have either David or Faison will be on the call. We'll have more streams coming up. Gary, compared to Cam, he sounds American. That's crazy. I think that has a classic Aussie accent. I love listening to him. Great voice, too. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the Australian accent's probably a bit stereotyped, right? So he probably doesn't have quite that accentuated of an Australian accent. Zverev here, serve. Down the tee, that goes wide. Second serve. Backhand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. That's too good from Zverev. 15 love. That's a big forehand. That's what Zverev needs to do. Step in. Are you kidding me? That's what Zverev needs to do. Step in. Step in. Step in. Step in. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying it. Don't forget to hit the like button, as Zerafine so kindly says in the chat. Hold. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's 15 love. Serves Zverev. The backhand of Daniil. Backhand Sasha. Comes to net a little bit hesitantly. Forehand. Half volley. Medvedev. Ooh. Forehand. Blazing through the court from Daniil. They're at 15 all. If anybody deserves to end their season on a high, dare I say it be Daniil Medvedev. Medvedev has had one hell of a season. I know the eyes are on Jannik Sinner. I know Alcaraz versus Djokovic was the big rivalry this year. Dare I say if somebody deserves to end their season off well this year, it's Daniil Medvedev, who also went 0-3 at the ATP Finals last year. If anybody deserves it, it's Daniil, how he's played this year. Serve from Zverev. Out wide. That's in the net. And it's 30-15. 30-15. I feel like we got what we signed up for here, though, with this Zverev-Medvedev match. I want to look at total points won. It's going to be very close. Like 3 songs from Ellie Goulding or Song Lights. Yeah, she was at the Federer retirement. Yeah, she's good. She has a lot of hits. He sounds like a distinguished Brit, to be honest. Kyrgios? That's crazy. Serve out wide is an ace. Crazy to be able to hit a serve like that. 40-15. 40-15. Total points won since I mentioned it. Total points won. It's always super close in these matches. Total points won. Does it have it? Oh, it's actually much more for Medvedev. 9 points is a big difference. 55%, 45%. I expect to be very much closer than that. That explains why I took the first set. But Zverev was close. Hey, what's up, Robert? Always good to have you in the chat. How's it going, my man? How's it going? We're doing this Zverev versus Medvedev. First set was crazy. Listen, I've never seen a match like it. Like, I asked the chat what's going to be the tiebreaker score. All y'all said extended tiebreakers. Everyone went with like 9-7, 8-6 because listen, both guys have been so dominant on serve. So everybody was like, yeah, it's going to be a crazy tiebreak. It's going to go like 20-18. It's going to be like a 16-14 tiebreaker. Everyone was right. It was 9-7. It's been a good match so far. Forehand rally. Backhand. The backhand is Zverev. Forehand Daniil. The forehand is Zverev. That goes out. It's love 15. Love 15. Robert in the chat. Robert in the chat. I would be very curious to hear Kyrgios. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm very curious. I'd be entertained by hearing Kyrgios. I'm a little bit worried, a little bit, but I want to hear it. I'm curious. That goes out, and it's 30 love for Medvedev. Hour and 15 minutes played. Forehand inside out. That's a great forehand from Medvedev. Back to the forehand of Medvedev. Zverev defending well. Backhand down the line. Misses it wide. 30-15. It feels like both guys have played well, but not their peak level, but just like one tier below. Still very good from both guys. There have been some moments where they hit some iffy shots, some up and down. Zverev had 2 set points, wasted a couple of them. Backhand cross court. The backhand of Medvedev down the line. Forehand Zverev. That's in the net. Step too slow. 40-15. 40-15. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Day tennis fans. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Good to have you in here. Anthony, I'm trying to peg your accent. Where did you grow up? I'll say after this point. Serve down the tee. Goes just wide. Second serve from Medvedev. Kick serve to the backhand is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev. The backhand slice is Zverev. That's in the net. 2-1. Yeah, so I grew up in Georgia in the U.S. Near Atlanta, Duluth. So probably a bit of a southern ting, if anything. My mom is from Russia, but I don't think I certainly don't have a very strong Russian accent. I grew up in America, and yeah, just from the South. So that's kind of what it is. But I grew up speaking Russian. I still can speak a bit of a fluent Russian. Georgia peaches. Peaches are so good. They're so good. Medi and Zverev have never played in the grass courts. That's an interesting fact. That is a good fact. I didn't know that. That's quite weird. Neither guy, it kind of makes sense. Neither guy would get very consistently to the late stages of a grass tournament. But yeah. Because listen, if there's a head-to-head where a lot of guys have played, where 2 guys have played each other a lot, usually that means they're going to the ends of tournaments. That's why Nadal and Djokovic have played each other 59 times. So many of those matches are in finals. Federer and Nadal played each other 40 times. 24 of those finals, which is ridiculous, by the way. That's the highest percentage ever. But yeah. So it kind of makes sense that Medvedev and Zverev on grass wouldn't play a whole lot of matches because they're just not going that far usually, because that's kind of their weak surface, which is a little bit weird because they both have a strong serve. But there you go. By the way, Medvedev and Zverev, while on the topic, they've played 3 finals against each other. And the final of Shanghai in 2019, final of Paris in 2020, and the final of the ATP finals in 2021. They haven't played a final since then, partially because Zverev's been injured. But yeah. Just looking at their head-to-head at the moment. Where's Peaches? Oh, yeah. Trying to call Peaches George pecans. Pecans are so good, especially cinnamon pecans. That goes crazy. That goes crazy. I love Southern food. Mac and cheese. Just good Texas toast. Whatever it is. Hell yeah. A good Shoney's. Are you kidding me? What else do you want? Barbecue? Serve down the team. I'm super hungry if you can't tell. I'm just going to start naming random foods. I'm going to start saying oatmeal and be like, oh my God, sounds so good. I'm a bit hungry, but it's all good. 15 love. I did eat before the stream, but 15 love. Serve into the net. Second serve. Peaches was here in the Carlos and Andre stream earlier. Yeah, she stopped in. Joseph, you can help us. We're debating whether Kyrgios has strong Aussie accent. I say he absolutely does. I'd agree with you. to be honest, Gary. Backhand, crosses the net, forehand, Daniil. The forehand is Zverev, down the line. Backhand defending, Medvedev. Forehand Zverev, inside in. That's a good shot. It's 30-love. The first set was high level. I feel like we've started out even higher level in the second set. And the reason that is because both guys are playing aggressive and holding their serve super easy. We're not seeing a whole lot of long rallies, but that's because both guys are playing their games, playing super well. Especially Zverev, who's picked up a little bit. 30-love. Serves Zverev. The forehand of Daniil, that's in the net. 40-love. 40-love. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think the score is going to be in this set? What do you think the score is going to be in this set? I'm going to say Zverev wins it. 6-4. I'm going to go Zverev 6-4. 6-4 for Sasha. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Serve down the tee. Forehand return is great. Backhand lob. Wow. Great retrieving. Zverev. Oh, oh my God. Zverev goes for a tweener. That doesn't even count. So Medvedev has a lob behind Zverev that goes out. Zverev tries for a tweener, completely mistimes it, and completely hits himself in the place where you don't want to be hit. Wow, dude. That might be a factor in this set if Zverev can't play. Wow, man. That looks like it hurts. That's the second time I've seen that today. Bopane had a line judge earlier today, which was same spot. Wow, man. That hurts. 115. You got your wish, Anthony, for the tweener. LOL. Yes. Yes. We used to have Shoney's here. Yeah, Shoney's are the best. That was funny. Served on T. That goes into the net from Zverev. 15-all. I did get my wish with the tweener. Zverev 7-5. Yeah, I say Zverev 6-4. I think we're going 3 sets. Zverev started out strong in the second set. Serve into the net from Daniil. 15-30. It's a chance here for Zverev already in this game. Both guys, to be honest, both guys have played super well. It's kind of just, there have been certain moments where both guys have dipped for just a few points or like a game or for a shot, which is pretty natural, but especially for like a game or so, either player has kind of dipped for a second. But outside of that, both guys have played really well. 2-2, 30-all. Both guys, not the flashiest guys on tour, so you kind of sign up for where you're going to get. But if you want long rallies, very tight match, you kind of got it. 40-30. Zverev with another backhand miss in the net, though. 40-30. 40-30. I recently had Italian chocolate biscuits, delicious off topic. Serve down the tee. Backhand Medvedev, cross court. Backhand Zverev. Slice, that's in the net. 3-2, Medvedev holds. Bit off topic, but that sounds good. Wow, Anthony, that's not a Georgia accent. I lived in McDonough and Peachtree City, 2002 and 2007. Oh, nice. My wife is from, sorry, I'm going to butcher this, from Novosibirsk, Russia. I haven't heard that city. Privyet, Kadzala. That's awesome. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'm not from Russia. I was born here, but my mom is from Russia, and I learned Russian at the same time as I learned English. Russian descent, I meant. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony doesn't have a Georgia accent either. I don't have a Texas accent either. Yeah, I have an American accent. I'm one of these guys that tries to recognize I do have an accent, but it's American. So that's what it is. It's American. Anthony is Russian. I'm not Russian. Russian descent. Did you live in the Northeast? I've lived in the South my whole life, and I'm kind of a little bit tired of it. I'm going to try to move pretty soon. I don't know where yet. There are a few places calling. I want to travel around, go to some different cities, see some different tennis tournaments. It'd be a lot of fun. It's the hope. Wow, Medi, yep. Medi, 3-2. Medi, 3-2. Matt, if you're listening in the chat or anybody listening to Tennis Channel, let me know how Kyrgios is doing on the call. Let me know how Kyrgios is doing commentating, because I am honestly very, very beyond curious as to what Kyrgios is saying. Serve here from Zverev. Coming, 3-2. We're on serve so far. Serve Zverev, out wide. That's too good. Zverev is way behind the court in the corner. Good thing about ATP Finals, there's a lot of space behind the courts. I love the layout of the courts. First in London and then in Turin. London was the second most amount of times that a certain city held the ATP Finals, by the way. It's not the most. They played it there from 2009 to 2020. At Madison Square Garden in New York, they played it, I'd like to say, from 1979 to 1991, something like that. One more year than the London place had it. They had it at Madison Square Garden a lot of years. And a lot of great players played there. Becker, Lendl. Backhand cross court to the backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. Backhand of Medvedev. Sorry, forehand. Forehand of Medvedev. I don't know what I'm talking about. Forehand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. 30-love. I can't always do the play-by-play perfect. Can't always do it perfect. Anthony, Atlanta is the only place I've visited, been to 11 NFL stadiums so far that I want to go back besides Miami. Yeah, Atlanta has some good stadiums. That's cool. That's cool, MJ. Yeah, I've been to some concerts near the Atlanta area with some cool stadiums also. Not NFL, but also some basketball stadiums like State Farm Arena. I saw a 21 Pilots concert there about 5 years ago. A little bit over 5 years ago. I saw a couple concerts, very big stadiums, very cool. And for sporting events too, like basketball, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Nick the comedian, yeah. I don't know what Nick is saying. Lexi, turn on Tennis Channel. Let me know what Lexi's saying. Speaking of accents, people in the state of South Australia speak with slightly English accents. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. 3-3. Kyrgios talking about how he plays video games for hours. I misread that. I thought you meant he's talking about how he plays. He's talking for hours on end about how he plays video games. I wouldn't doubt you. That sounds like exactly what Kyrgios would be saying. If Net gets angry, I pity the microphone. That's true. They were the Namisco Masters, the memories. Yeah, that's crazy. I saw Connors play Ash back in the day. That's wild. I've only been able to see the replays, obviously, because I'm so freaking young. But back and slice. That's in the net. 15-love. Very cool. Yeah, Jimmy Connors is underrated. WCT event in Dallas, Robert. Yeah. Novosibirsk, third largest city in Russia and southwest Siberia. Okay, good to know. Didn't know. I should know more about Russia. I don't know enough, to be honest. Genuinely. Backhand, Medvedev in the net. It's 15-all. 15-all. You kind of got a feeling that Zverev is getting closer in these Medvedev service games. It started a bit in the last game or two. Sir Medvedev out wide, forehand Medvedev. Down the line. They just make it. Nick a proper gentleman. Funny. Maybe that's why I think Nick is a proper Brit gentleman. I'm sure that's not what's going on the mic. He's not a proper gentleman on the mic at the moment. I would be surprised. My country borders Russia. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Zerafine, I see the colors in your profile. Ukraine, I'm assuming. From Ukraine. It's terrible what's happening with the Russia-Ukraine war. I feel like people have stopped talking about it recently, which is stupid. Like, there's still a huge war going on in Russia and Ukraine, which is awful all around. So the more we can talk about that and bring attention to it and all the people suffering, the better. Backhand, cross court to the backhand is Zverev. Backhand Medvedev. The forehand is Zverev. Forehand of Medvedev. Another tweener from Zverev. This one counts, but he misses it again. Surprised he even had the guts to go for it. Oh, it's a challenge for Medvedev. I think on his own shot. Or was it? I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened here. Yeah, challenging his own shot here. It's out. It is out. And it was called out. $40-30. It's a fun stream. I'm enjoying it. Medvedev, Zverev. We got what we signed up for. It's 4-3 for Medvedev. 7-6, 4-3. The colors are Ukraine. I am Norwegian. Okay, got you, Zerfing. Got you. Yeah. All the love to Ukraine. Everything going on. So hoping everything for more peace and everything's all right. Anthony, do you see a slight defensive posture from Medi? He sticks to the baseline. Yes. Yeah, he's definitely defensive. I think it actually started working better when he was being more offensive. So near the end of the second set, because listen, the faster courts work well for Medvedev. Why do they work well for Medvedev? Well, he plays a defensive game, but he's actually able to hit with some pace that's effective, hit some depth through the court. That's partially why it works so well on a faster court being defensive. If you're playing on a super slow court being a super defensive player, like obviously it can work, but your shots might just pop up for your opponent to hit a bit. So it kind of helps Medvedev, especially standing so far back. What's up, Faison in the chat? What's up, Faison? Good to have you in here. Faison, give me your call for the second set. What's going to be the score? Faison lurking. Yeah, that's it. Love it. Everybody saying hi to Faison. Faison. I mentioned the Ken Rosewall book a few weeks ago. Talked heaps about Old Pro Tour. Very cool. People don't talk about the professional majors anymore because it's just easier not to, you know? The tour back in the day before the Open era. It's easier to not mention the legends back in the day. Also because tennis was so different, but you gotta appreciate the history of the game. That's what legends like Federer and Djokovic do as well. Federer often talked about the history of the game. Anthony, I went to the ATP finals at the Garden. I think it was 88. I saw the ladies final there once too. That's awesome. Really, really cool. Zverev 7-6. Okay, we'll see. I'm going to say Zverev, but I don't think it's going to go to a tiebreak. But knowing how good both guys are serving, that's not a bad guess. So we'll see. By the way, first serves unreturned in this set. 80% for Zverev, 33% for Medvedev. Massive stat. And that's kind of why I don't think it's going to go to a breaker, but absolutely could. I feel like Zverev is going to get a chance on a Medvedev service game. And so far, Medvedev, no chance on Zverev's. No chance. Serve Zverev. That's a double fault. Or sorry, first serve out. Got ahead of myself. Second serve. Kind of kicked it in. Second serve. Backhand. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. That goes long. 30 love. Medvedev barely winning points on the Zverev serve at the moment. Faison is always lurking. That he is, yeah. Hey, what's up, Robert? Thank you so much, man, for all the donos. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Zverev, you're at the line for 30 love. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Enjoy having you in the streams. And 30 love. 3-4. Zverev at the line. Robert is a legend. Hell yeah. Yeah, Robert's a legend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Robert, for that. And I love the stories, too, of, for example, the ATP finals back in the day and all of that. So it's fun to hear. And it's just fun to hear your comments in the chat about all of it. Forehand goes wide. I also remember on the Medvedev Alcaraz US Open stream, it was a lot of fun chatting. I remember you joining in to that. Watching these two plays, always epic. Jules, I feel like this is like the most divisive head-to-head in tennis. Some people like it, some people hate it. It's like, it depends on what's your style. It always is tight, though. It's always tight. Almost always. It wasn't in Beijing, but it's usually tight. It's usually tight. Serve down the tee. Forehand return. That goes in. Oh, Zverev misses the forehand. Bad miss. Zverev right back to the line. Is a 30 all. Chance for Medvedev. That was a tight miss. Come on, Daniil. I need to sleep. All right, Daniil, let's finish it for Zverev. 2 points away from the break to serve it out of nowhere. I kind of jinxed Zverev. I said he was not losing points on serve. I misspoke earlier. I saw Chrissy, Pam, and Newport back in the day. That's crazy. 2 of the GOATs. All right, big point here. All eyes on the match. It's 30-all. Zverev serve. Zverev serve out wide. Forehand return. The forehand is Zverev. Drop shot. That's too good. Smart shot from Zverev. Smart play. 40-30. It is 40-30. I'm in Poland at the moment. No Świątek and Hurkacz in sight. If you do see Igor Huvey, you got to tell me a hello. Huvey's in Turin. Huvey is getting ready for Joker. Getting ready for Djokovic, his last match of the season. That's awesome, though. Faison's abroad. Faison would be nice if you met them in Poland. Yeah, who's another Polish player? Are there other big Polish players? Janowicz back in the day. There's that other guy with the name that's like almost impossible to pronounce. I think he's a doubles player, like Mach Trosnik or something. Like, I'm sure I completely butchered it. That's not it, but like a Poland doubles player. Where like it's like five I'm blanking on the word. The just 5 consonants in a row in his name. Backhand Zverev, the backhand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev down the tee. Ooh, perfectly aligned shot on the best line. That's a volley, and that's a sign of Zverev when he won this title twice, by the way. A sign of Zverev when he won this title twice. There you go. This could go either way, in my opinion. Come on, Zverev, take it to 3. Sean, yeah. We got a lot of people expecting this, that Zverev could do something here. Cheers, Robert, my favorite guy from Texas. Ashley, make me bless. Oh, sorry, it's the heat. Love Hubie, a great player. Yeah, Hubie's underrated. I said it even before Shanghai. He's one of the best competitors on tour. He's actually very talented. And he likes coming to net. Great hand skills. A great backhand. Awesome serve. One of the best on the tour, no doubt about it. That's a winner down the line from Zverev. Zverev is picking up in confidence. He's looking pretty chill out there. Medvedev is actually looking the more frustrated. It's love 15. I think just about everyone is feeling a little bit of something in the air, like Sasha might do something, including Sasha and including Daniil. Serve Daniil. Down the tee. That goes long from Zverev. Oh, now Sasha's frustrated. That's a return he had to make in. That's a return he had to make it. Hey, what's up, Igor? Let's see what Daniil can do. I used to have Polish neighbors. Suburb I grew up in was like little Europe. That's pretty cool. I knew a couple Russian people, a few Polish people growing up too, but it was a little bit easier because I grew up in some Russian spheres and they had some other countries. Some Polish people, Polish descent. For sure, for sure. Faison, eat some good Polish food, please. I wonder if Medi can feel it in the air tonight that he wins the match. That's one of the best songs of all time. One of the best songs of all time. Which is why I'm so disappointed. I'm blanking on the name of the guy who made the song, who sang that song, In the Air Tonight. Why am I forgetting his name? I've never forgot his name. Back and cross court. Zverev at 15-30, by the way. Chance for Zverev. Zverev forehand. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand slice Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. The forehand of Medvedev. Forehand Zverev. Inside out to the backhand of Medvedev. Cross court. Backhand drop shot Zverev. Oh, that goes wide. Medvedev is there anyway in no time. 30-all. Medvedev staying in here. 30-all. Phil Collins. Yeah, of course. Anthony knows that song. Woohoo. Yeah. I'll try my best. Yeah, you got to try it out. You got to try out the Polish food. I don't even know what Poland is like, to be honest. I haven't heard much about it. So that's one country I don't know a lot about. So that definitely bring me up to terms with what it's like. Faison, if you can. Never been there. 30-all 4-4. $30-all. That's a big point for both guys. Serve out wide. That's a good serve. Backhand into the forehand. Zverev back in Medvedev. Drop shot. That's in the net. 30-40. I don't know why. Medvedev could have hit a couple of those shots as forehands, and then he had a bit of a nervy drop shot in the net. Not a terrible point, but at 30-all, 4-4, not so good. It's 30-40. Break point for Sasha Zverev. This had 3 sets written on it. Zverev's trying to write it into the match. First serve goes long. Second serve. Forehand to the backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. The backhand of Medvedev. Backhand Zverev. Oh, that goes wide, and Zverev is going to be disappointed. He was at neutral, and then he just hit a bad error off the backhand side, which is usually so consistent. Deuce. Deuce, deuce, deuce. Medvedev already back at the line to serve. Very quick in between points. First serve hits the tape, it goes long, though. Serve out wide to the forehand. Zverev, forehand to Medvedev. The forehand of Zverev, forehand Medvedev. The backhand of Zverev, forehand Medvedev. The forehand of Zverev, that's another bad loss. Absolutely yelling at Zverev. Not quite like Rublev earlier in the day, which is good. But he hits his fist against his racket, absolutely screaming. And I don't blame him. 2 bad errors in a row when he had a chance. Medvedev is 1 point away from being 1 game away. Serve down the tee, forehand Zverev. I feel like Medvedev's going to do it. Down the line is too good, 5-4. Just like that. Just like that. He's losing control here, Jules. He is, Jules. I'm waiting for Roger to commentate for TC. Yeah, Roger. We need Roger in the booth. Absolutely. Oh, we need Roger in the booth. Rublev hit himself. Seems to do it often. Not good. Not good. You hate to see it. I feel bad for the guy. But you hate to see it. Anthony Phil Collins in there tonight. Saw him live in the 80s play that song. Great show. That is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. That's a one-in-a-lifetime experience. I've had it stuck in my head since Max mentioned it. I really think it's one of the best songs ever. I can feel it in the air tonight. It's so good. And the drums, when the drums come in at the end, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Also, I know that was a terrible cover. Radwanski, Anthony, one of the most fun women's players to watch ever. Polish precursor to Iga, but with a completely different game. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice, Gary. She was my favorite women's player at the time she was playing. After Anna Ivanovic retired, Radwanska was my favorite player to watch. So yeah, she was killer. I call Roger Raji. Okay, first time I heard Anthony sing. It was probably the worst I've ever sung in my life. That's a tough song to sing, to be fair, or make it sound impressive in any way. I'm not going to be on The Voice anytime soon. I've been watching that. That show's fun. My suburb had Ukrainian, Croatian, Italian, Russian, Spanish, some Australians too. That's wild. That's cool. That's cool though. All over Europe. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, that was the worst I've sung in my life. So, but I love that song. Love that song. 5-4 for Medvedev. He's 1 game away. It's 1 game away. And by the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis. We'll be here for more streams, more tennis stuff. And don't forget to like the stream as well. Once again, we have a podcast on the channel. Thanks everybody who joined into the newest episode of Tennis 360 podcast. Oh, a smash on a smash. Medvedev makes it again. That's the same shot that Medvedev hit at Indian Wells. I kind of understand why people say I get hyped now. But listen, I love that shot. I love the smash off the smash. Zverev gave him too good of a shot. It was a lob. And what a lob it was. Love it. Love it. Zverev tries to go for a Federer backhand smash, but doesn't even hit the net. Got back in his side. It was Medvedev who went Federer like in the season following Federer's retirement with a smash off the smash. Bring me Federer taking on Davydenko in 2009. Smash off the smash at the ATP Finals. Medvedev with a winner lob. Overhead off and overhead. We saw that same shot at Indian Wells. Holy Christ, he missed it, but Medvedev made it. Medvedev backhand, the forehand. Zverev, that goes out. Is that going to be a big shot here? Is that going to be a big shot here? I wonder if Roger will ever commentate a match. I hope so. Yeah, absolutely. I really hope so. He deserves it. I think he will. I mean, this guy, Federer's too good of an analyst and commentator, too interesting to listen to. All right. All eyes on the match right here, right now. Medvedev is 2 points away. It's 6-7-6, 5-4, love 30. What a shot from Medvedev. That's an ace down the tee, though. Perfect serve. If you look up perfect serve, that's going to be in the textbook. If you look up perfect serve, that's going to be in the textbook right under perfect serve. Serve down the tee. Hour and 43 minutes played. Can Zverev do an escape here? 15:30. Serve down the tee. Forehand Medvedev. The forehand. Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The backhand. Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. The backhand. Zverev. Forehand Medvedev. Again to the backhand of Medvedev. Or sorry, forehand of Medvedev. Backhand Medvedev. The backhand is Zverev. Cross court. Ooh, what a shot from Zverev. That is a killer backhand from Sasha. There you go. 30 all. That is a backhand. This hurts. It's 30 all. I think I've only seen one of those. There's been a few. I can name a couple. There's Medvedev against Zverev at Indian Wells. Federer hit a few. He hit one against a guy named Korolev at the Australian one year. He hit another one against Davydenko. Another one against Djokovic. Then the famous one against Roddick at the in Basel in 2002. There were a few other ones by some other guys, but Federer was the master. I mean, Federer was just different. He was so inventive and so fearless. Backhand cross court. Backhand Medvedev for a pass. Did he make it? He did make it. Right on the line. 30-40. Zverev can't even say anything about it. Zverev's not showing frustration. He can't do anything about shots like that. Medvedev has played a really good return game here. Medvedev's played a really good return game here. Once again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you're new. Thank you, everybody who joined in for the Rublev Alcaraz match earlier today. We'll see if the match ends right here, right now. It's a match point for Medvedev at 5-4 and 30-40. Break point and match point and all of the above. Serve out wide, backhand. Medvedev to the forehand as Zverev. Very weak forehand, and it ends kind of out of nowhere. Medvedev in straight sets. 2 matches played, 2 matches in straight sets. Not as one-sided as the Rublev match, although it looked like it might be at the start. But it was a 9-7 tiebreaker, and saving those 2 set points was massive. Forehand in the net from Sasha Zverev, and Medvedev wins his 5th match against Sasha this year out of 6 matches. Wow. The most times that 2 guys have played outside the majors, and Medvedev gets the win. Thank you, everybody, for joining in to Quality Shot Tennis. It's been Anthony Hirsch here on the call. Appreciate everybody joining in. Don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis. Check out the Tennis 360 podcast that I do every week. I think it's really awesome, to be honest. I would enjoy y'all checking it out. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I always have a good time. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like the stream if you enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Thanks again for great commentary. I appreciate it. Take one. Just privileged to be here talking with all y'all. Medi in the semis. Medi gets through to the semifinals in Turin. Thank you, Ashley, as well. Medi rules. Medi got it done. Daniil. The Russian standing way behind the court. He gets it done. Nice. The one against Roddick will be hard to beat. That's one of my favorite shots of all time, if not my favorite. Anthony, I met Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel in the earlier days of Genesis. They played at my university during their first USCA tour. That's awesome. Phil Collins is the GOAT. Absolutely. Seen Phil Collins' Genesis concert 7 times. That's crazy. All great experience. Very cool. Yeah, all right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you, Seraphine. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Max, as well. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Robert. Crazy they haven't played in a major yet. 18 matches, and they haven't played in a major. Love the exuberance you bring in calling the game. Yeah, I appreciate it, Jules. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be here for more matches. I won't be able to call a match tomorrow, but I'll be here for more for the rest of the week, and also for matches next. Are you kidding me about 2024? I am so hyped for 2024. More hyped than I've been for a tennis season. So appreciate you guys tuning in. And it was 7-6, 6-4 for Daniil, and it was a fun stream to call. I'll look at stats real quick. I don't really feel like logging off yet, so I'll stay on for a second. Let me look at the stats real quick for match stats. Let's see. So 9 aces for Zverev, 4 aces for Daniil. So actually bet 2 double faults to 0. Both guys getting so many first serves in. That was felt very clearly if you were watching the match. Both guys barely missing first serves. Really crazy. Both guys doing really well on serve as well. Kind of what you would expect. Winner stare is very good. It was a very good straight sets match. That tiebreaker was a big thing. And then it was the 4-4 game. It was, I think, 15-30 for Zverev, or he had a break point in that 4-4 game. He couldn't convert. Medvedev played the bigger points better. And that decided the match, as it often does in a Zverev-Medvedev match. And that's why Medvedev has won 5 of their 6 matches this year. Medvedev has been a mental monster. And a mental monster, I don't know what that term means, but he's been really good mentally. And Zverev has not stepped up mentally this year against Medvedev. So that's kind of been the story. That's the story in the tight matches. So that's what it is. Surely a hard court major they're going to play, LOL. I would think so, David. It's like they just broke the record with this match, I think. I think Federer and Ferrer never played in a major, which is kind of amazing. But they played 17 times. And by the way, Federer 17-0 against Ferrer, which is like one of the craziest head-to-heads ever. Great job, Anthony. Shame it didn't go through. I appreciate it, Faison. Yeah, I wish it went 3 for an epic, but not quite. Not quite. Yeah, see you later, Robert. Appreciate joining in. Yeah, David will have the call. Well, Mike and Robert, we have a lot of shared experience of calling Jessa. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hurkacz versus Joke should be good, though. I always leaned with Hubie. Yeah. Listen, Hurkacz Djokovic. I mean, if you look at the scoreline of the Hurkacz Djokovic Wimbledon match, very similar to his match against Davidovich Fokina at Roland Garros. I'll tell you why. Both of them were straight sets, but they were not straight sets. Like, are you kidding me? Hurkacz, I think, had set points in both of the first 2 sets. It was both 2 tiebreakers. Hurkacz should have won both sets, to be honest with you. Or at least won the first set, and then maybe Djokovic regrouped and did better in the second set. But the way both of them played out, Hurkacz should have put away both of them. And he just didn't. Hurkacz can make it close against Novak. And let's see how he does. Novak did serve very well in the first match, though. He didn't return to his usual standards, though. And it's going to be very tough for him to break Hubie to beat Hurkacz. So we'll see. That should be good, though. Hurkacz deserves to end his season in Turin. First half of the season, mostly subpar outside of Australia, but he's ended the season off way too well to not end it in a dead rubber in Turin. Honestly, I can't even think of a better finish for Hurkacz than a dead rubber in Turin. That just feels fitting somehow for Hurkacz, who had a subpar start of the season, but he's ended it amazing. Wow, Gary, that's incredibly seeing the original lineup. Yeah, very, very cool. One wanted to play Novak after a loss, beware QB. Yeah, that's true. Novak will be out for revenge, but I will say again, I said it at the start of the week, Novak has only won this tournament 1 time since 2015. I think he's played every single year. He lost to Murray in 2016, Dominic Thiem in 2019 or 2020, maybe both. He's lost some matches here. He lost to Federer in 2019. He's lost some matches here, so it's not as rock solid as maybe some people think, especially recently, but it could be interesting. So both groups could end with 3 players tied. Yeah, you know what I'm going to check? I'm going to check if, shout out Mario Bacardi on Twitter. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. Shout out Mario Bacardi on Twitter because he is absolutely killing it. I'm going to see if I could find the scenarios now if he has it posted. All right, he does. Let me see it. Updated red group scenarios. Shout out Mario on Twitter. I ain't talking about movie Mario. Talking about great Italian tennis analyst Mario Bacardi. Shout out. If it would load up. Let me see if I can get on my phone. All right. So, okay. Red group scenarios. Medvedev is in the semifinals. He's the first player to qualify into the semifinals, which is awesome, by the way. Medvedev deserves it. Alcaraz will qualify by beating Medvedev on Friday, but he can also lose if Rublev beats Zverev. Zverev will qualify by beating Rublev, but only if Medvedev beats Alcaraz. Rublev is out. So Rublev's out. Medvedev is in. And the other one is a bit confusing. So it's either Zverev or Alcaraz, right? One of them has to qualify. It's only 2 of 4. So let me try to figure this out real quick. Never heard of Mario. I'm not on Twitter. Probably for the better, Joseph. I'm trying to stay off it more. So Twitter, I mean, it's infamously a bit of a cesspool sometimes. Especially recently, it's been a bit hard to be on, to be honest. But okay, so if Zverev beats Rublev and Alcaraz, or wait. Okay, so if Zverev beats Rublev and Alcaraz beats Medvedev, he's in. Alcaraz qualifies. And then Zverev can qualify if he beats Rublev, but only if Medvedev beats Alcaraz. So that's kind of what it is. So Zverev is hoping Medvedev wins, and Alcaraz is hoping that Zverev wins. Interesting. So in that match, Zverev is rooting for Medvedev, and Alcaraz is rooting for Zverev. I guess. I don't know. I got lost. Whatever. Some scenarios are in place. Whatever. Can we just have the player council vote for who's in? Make it less confusing. I'm so confused by this. Whatever. Anyway, Mario Bacardi on Twitter. Mario BOC17. He's got a tweet up about it. So I prefer being here. Yeah, I love it, Joseph. Yeah, I think that's the best spot for tennis. I mean, just the chat in general. Very good for a lot of cool stuff on tennis. Very, very cool. I'm excited. Medvedev is in. I really hope Jannik qualifies. If Jannik doesn't qualify, forget this whole event, because he deserves to qualify straight to the final with the way he played against Djokovic. He deserves to already have the trophy. No, he already beat Djokovic. No, he doesn't, but he deserves to at least qualify to semifinals right away. So let's hope that Jannik qualifies as well. I said it earlier on stream. I hope we don't have like Djokovic versus Ruud. No offense to Casper. I'm a fan of Casper. It didn't feel like a fitting way to end last year's season. I hope we got one of the top 4 playing each other in the final. Shall it be Sinner Medvedev playing for the 5th time this year in a final, or any of the other guys? But we'll see. People here don't get emotional about predictions. Oh, well, yeah, it's true. That's a big problem with Twitter or X, people on Twitter. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. All right, I'm out of here. It's been fun. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I'll be here for more stuff, more streams. It was Medvedev taking out Zverev for the 5th time this year. It's 7-6, 6-4. He saved 2 set points against Sasha Zverev. It's going to be really fun to watch the end of this tournament. It's been amazing so far. I kind of thought it could be, and it's really met my expectations. And yeah, thank you everybody for joining in. Anthony Hirsch for QualityShot 10. Medvedev with the win over Zverev in 2 sets. The groups are not decided yet. A lot of it will be decided tomorrow. And it was a lot of fun. See you guys at the next one.